Hello, everyone. This is your Spiritual Earth Angel Grace 2323. I'm coming to you again with some more series on spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, healing, and manifesting and creating your desire, your goals, and dreams and vision. So today I'm coming with what's on my heart about, am I apologizing for my truth? Why are you apologizing for your truth? And what this is saying is, what part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? You know, a lot of time we can speak on a lot of things with that. You know, when we're speaking, you know, we can be speaking on, I'm just going to use this as a prop while I talk about this. What we speak on about truth sometimes intimidate and offend other people, because when you're speaking the truth, it kind of make that person very uncomfortable, want to be on the defensive side. Then they don't want to hear what you have to say, because they're showing some guilt or it's bringing some truth in their life. And you don't have to apologize for any truth that you say. You just speak the truth, you speak the word, and then you allow God or your divine one, you allowed him to do the work. You allowed him to change that person. You allow him to bring conviction to that person's soul or that spirit so they can do better. And whatever habits or any bad things they're doing, it will bring enlightenment to them to make them change and do better. And it says, today you should be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know who life you will change when you have enough to speak, when you be brave enough to speak it. Be a lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give us permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. So, so today is going to be, courage is contagious. And it is. That's basically what it means. Don't apologize for anything that you say that is truthful. Don't apologize for it. You speak the word and you keep on moving and let God do the healing. You let God do the conviction of that person's soul to make them become a better person, change. My next one I want to talk about is, am I communicating my needs? And that's another one. And communicating my needs is, your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? So there's another thing about communicating your needs, that goes back to anything, relationships, business, family, friends, you communicate your needs. Also make sure that it's clear for yourself, communicating. You need to ask yourself, what are my needs? I'm saying no and yes enough based on my desires? And that's something you need to think about too, because are you just saying yes to people because you want more likes? Are you saying things that people want to hear to get more likes? Are you following what other people are doing instead of following what the path that God has given you or the divine one has given you to follow? Are you following somebody else's path because you see that they're successful going that way? But have you ever thought about, if you follow the path that you want to go, follow the things, the dream and vision goes in your life, then you'll see how it can benefit you and can help you to bring abundance and prosperity and wealth into your life, and happiness and joy. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, people like to follow other people, you know, in the way of the things that they do, instead of looking at, hey, I can do this too, but I can do it a little bit differently. I can express it a little bit differently. I can get across people a little differently. You know, I can get my point of views, advice across if I do it this way and not following what other people are saying to do. And that's what it is. You know, are you saying yes or no based on your desires? So you need to think about that also. And I'm willing to tell my full truth. That goes back to that card. Don't apologize for your truth. Don't apologize of who you are. You know, God made everybody differently. If he wanted everybody to be the same, he would have made us all the same. You see, we all in different race, different colors, different shape and size. You know, we all think differently. Not everybody gonna think alike. Who wants somebody that's gonna be thinking the same thing you think or think alike? That's gonna be a boring type life. Because as soon as you walk outside, the person, oh yeah, I saw what you was thinking about. Oh, what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. How you know? Who wants that? Who wants somebody to be always in your head, in your mind, trying to see what you're thinking about or what you're trying to do? That is not good at all. And you don't want to be around people like that, because they're not going nowhere, because they're just trying to be one step ahead of you. They're trying to figure out what you're doing next so they can go ahead and beat you to it. So that's what I'm saying. Speak the truth about things, whether it hurt the person's feeling or not. It's the truth need to be told. It's something that need to be told. Do you believe that your needs matter? And do you have them with others? So that's something you need to question about too. And that goes for, especially for relationships. You know, are you expressing your needs in a relationship, marriage, or, you know, you're single in a relationship? Are you expressing your needs to that person? Or are you just saying, going with the flow of things? You know, do your opinion matters? You know, that's something you need to look at too. Hey, in this relationship, when I'm expressing my opinion about something, do it really matters? You know, if I'm expressing my advice to someone, does it really matters? You know, are they receiving me? Are they, you know, or they're just listening and then just move on about their business? You know, so that goes back to speaking the truth. Don't apologize for your truth. But also, too, you need to put yourself first. You know, once you love yourself first and buy yourself first, then everything else will go smoothly into your life. You know, you'll know when that person is speaking the truth. You'll know when that person values you and values your opinion, values your advice. You know, is so grateful to be in your presence or be around you. You know, very supported and not just out of motivation, or they're not out of motives or have hidden agendas. You know, you don't want people like that around you. And you don't need to say yes or no to everybody. You know, you pick and choose your battles. your battles. Can't be able to talk this morning, but you choose your battles when it comes to that situation. And do I ask for what I want? And a lot of people do not ask for what they want, you know, until later on. And then it'd be like, oh man, I wish I had said this, or I wish I had said that. It's too late. You had the opportunity and the time to ask for what you want in a marriage, in a relationship, in a business deal, or anything in your life that you want to pursue. You have time enough to ask that. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people, is that they don't communicate well on what they really want out of life. You know, you go along with, if somebody suggests something, oh yeah, I might want that. Oh yeah, I want that. No. And then you go ahead and do it, and then accept it, and then you get down further down the road, you be like, oh God, I wish I never accept this. I never want that, you know, because this was not a good idea. This is not a good way for me to go about doing things. And that's why I'm saying you have to soul search yourself inside and out. You know, get to know yourself. You know, get to know what you want out of life, what you desire, what you want for yourself. Once you get to do that, then there's nobody that can come into your life, can trigger you, can deceive you, can be dishonest. Because, and you know, and goes back to loving yourself too. You know, if you desire for somebody to love you in a certain way, then you have to love yourself that way first, in order for that person to love you. You know, if that person in another relationship and they left you and went into another relationship, and now you desire that person back, you know, you have to think on the reason why this person left and went to another relationship, or why you left this person to go to another relationship. You have to look at everything, you know, your desires, what you wanted, was you speaking the truth about things? That's basically what this card is saying today. Your needs matter. If your needs was not met in that relationship, and that's the reason why you left, then that means you wasn't communicating your desires to that person. So that means then the next relationship that you get into, then that's when you start communicating everything up front. So that way everybody be on one page. There will be no deceiving, no trustworthy be going on, you know, untrustworthy. The truth will be spoken, you know, good communication, good vibe. That's basically what it's saying. When communicating my needs, what am I resisting, and what with whom? And that goes back to, you know, communicating is basic to everything else, is what you want. It's a, what do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs, and, you know, feel safe. And if you feel like that you are not safe enough to express your needs and your concern, then that means that that person is not meant for you. That person is like a one-sided relationship, a one-sided conversation. And that's when you need to reevaluate your life, and you need to say, okay, if this is going to be this way, and I don't feel safe, every time I feel safe in trying to express my concern and opinion, this person's on the offense, or this person's getting very defensive, getting angry, you know, don't want to talk about things, shut you down in the middle of your conversation, or talk over top of you, then it's time to let that situation go. And that means it could be marriage, it could be friendship, it could be with family members, and sometimes children. You know, when you have older children, sometimes they get on their little stubborn ways too, where they don't want to listen to anything you have to say. Even with teenagers, you know, as children, they don't want to listen to anything you have to say because they listen to their peers, you know, what they value, what they say, and not the good judgment, um, you know, the good respect and character that you're trying to instill in them, you know, to be successful in this world. Um, and that's when you have to back off a little bit and let them experience some life lessons. And once they start experiencing some life lessons and getting themselves in trouble, you know, they going into, you know, in and out of jail or juvenile detention, um, you know, just constantly into trouble, you know, creating drama. Sooner or later, they will wake up and they will realize, like, oh my God, you know, I did something wrong. I should have did this back in my childhood days. Because as they get older, they're going to understand, like, that was stupid of me to do stuff like this. That was stupid of me to do that. That was dumb of me to do that. That was dumb of me to say that, you know. And they're begin to change then. Because then they're, when life hit them with the struggles and obstacles so bad, oh, they begin to change. They will change sooner or later. The next one is what I'm waiting for someone else to do it for me. That's the same thing that goes back to what I was talking about my last episode about, you know, make the initiative to go and start whatever dream, hobby, you know, goals that you want to start this year. You know, don't wait for somebody to come to you and say, hey, you need to do this, or that's a good idea. No, you, if the idea came into your head or the dream or vision, do it. Just do it and see what happens. See what the outcome will be. Take a risk. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave, and you will discover what you are really made of. Strong heart can't lose, and that is so true. Are you waiting for someone else before you could take the big leap? That's what I'm saying, take the risk. What if you were to take life into your hands and forge your own unique path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move towards your dream? Make decisions and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it. It's scared. Take the leap. And that's basically what it is. This card is self-explanatory. You know, just go ahead and take the leap. Do whatever you like. If it failed, like I said, get back up. Do it again. It's going to get better along the way. And that goes for anything in your life, any areas of your life. The next one is, am I letting fear stop me? That's another one too. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. And that's true. You know, we all done been in that situation with fear. You know, fear is stopping us from doing a lot of things in life. It could be that you could be expressing yourself, and then, or fearing of expressing yourself. It could be a fear of animals, because a lot of people is afraid of animals also. And you know, if you conquered that fear of being afraid of different animals, then you'll see that, hey, why was I so afraid of this when it's not? You know, animal can sense fear into people. So that's why when you do approach an animal, you have to be more confident when you approach them, because they sense fear. They will sense fear a mile away. I used to have a Rottweiler, a dog back in the day, and there were so many people was afraid of my dog. And I was like, he is a friendly dog. I said, the more that you be scared and be fear, he sensed that. I said, the more intimidating he's going to be. I said, if you approach him by coming to him, let him sniff on you and smell you. He said, and then he knows that, oh yeah, this is a good person. He was a very playful dog, very playful. Um, he was my baby though. I love that dog so much. But eventually he ended up passing on, of his old age and stuff like that. But yeah, but he was a very good guard dog to me. And I mean, like I said, he sensed so much stuff. If I was going through something, oh, he would pick up on it and he'll come and just lay on me, lay beside me, and it was so funny. He would just put his head on, my legs or my lap and just look at me with them little sad puppy eyes, you know, and or either he'll start want to play. So, fear, getting over, my fear is insects and bugs. I cannot stand being outside with insects and these bugs. I mean, I know they're supposed to, God created every animal and everything, but sometimes, boy, them bugs, boy, just get to me. Especially the bigger they are, the bigger the ones I don't care for. Um, and so I have to get over my fear with that because, the summertime and the springtime is here and you want to get outside, enjoy the fresh air. Like I say, everything is all bright and green and growing, and that motivates you even more in life to pursue your dreams and goals, and be inspired. Um, and that's my thing is that I will stay up in this house sometimes and if because I know there's a lot of bugs out there flying. I don't want them near me, like bumblebees and wasps and snakes and oh gosh, creepy crawling things I cannot stand and don't like. But I have to get over that fear. So once I get over that fear, then everything falls in place. Like some people is afraid to be around big crowds of people, you know, and you have to get over that fear of being around a large crowd of people. Some people have that. They don't like to be around a large crowd of people. They like to stay to themselves. Get over that fear. Because when you go into a large crowd of people, you meet new people. You meet new friends. You make new friends. You make potential people that needs to be in your life to inspire you to grow and to increase, on your life purpose, your life journey. It said, I am ready to let go of this burden of shame. And so what this card is said, the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? So heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul truth. And you start off with, my soul truth is such and such, if you're, we all done been in a spotlight of shame, either public or behind closed doors. And it's not a good feeling, but it's something that you will learn from. You will heal from it and move on. And that's basically what it is. If you keep letting shame, embarrassment, or any disgrace in your life, and you keep holding on to it, it will keep you stuck, keep you in blocking every potential blessing, abundance that comes towards you. It keep you in depression. It keep you in the lowest energy frequency. which it does. You know, it keeps you, like, suppose that you were borrowing money and you keep borrowing money from different people, keep telling the same sad story. And when you know, and then once it gets out to people, it puts you into shame. It puts you into um, embarrassment, you know, because now people is questioning you why you are asking for money a lot. You know, what problem, financial problem you in, that you got to keep doing this. You know, you keep borrowing money from people. And I'm just using this as an example. Um, and and sometimes that can be shameful. You know, if you come into people asking for money, you know, different ones, and then they get to talking about it, you know, and you hear about it, then you're in shame. You know, that's embarrassment to you on your character. And then sometimes it can't be. You know, some people can borrow money and don't have no shame at all, you know, about it. I mean, it can go both ways with that. You know, your shame could be, um, it could be, you know, like a past personal experience that you had, you know, of shame, and you still stuck there. You know, let it go. Let it go. Stand up. Be a light. Excuse me.